Good morning. Welcome back to another exciting read aloud. So, today, the book which I'm going to introduce to you all is one of the NBA shortlisted 2020 book. NBA, that's Neve Book Award. So, this is a picture book category, and the book which we are going to talk about is Lost and Found. It's written by Vinita and illustrated by Kripa. So this, just to give you a small hint about Lost and Found is, it's a multi-layered story of an unnoticed cityscape. Yes, so you are going to see the whole book, something which we haven't noticed till now, and about a species which has been reducing, which has been decreasing by now. And after you read this book, it will leave you all with a new lens to look at the urban spaces. Yeah. So do you all agree that we live in cities, right? Most of us do live in cities. And are there any villages where you live in? Do have a thought, just give a thought of if there are any cities, if there are any villages where you live in the cities. And in one such city is a village where the character in a story, that's Meena, lives. So, and she finds something. What is that she's finding? And what is she going to do in the story? We are going to learn about that. We are going to know about her and the urban life and the village life. So do observe all the pictures. There is some note about the places and some of the words, which is I've explained at the end of the read aloud. Do observe it and then happy reading. Let's go. This is the cover page of the book which we are going to read. Lost and Found in Mumbai Kolivada. It's written by Vinita Ramachandani and Kripa Bhatia, and it's published by the People Place Project. Publishing partners are Penguin Random House India. The book is published by People Place Project. It's a research initiative that explores the text as a tool of placemaking and to foster a spirit of city consciousness. So this Lost and Found is a part of the City Mosaic series, which is, I have given the link for you to explore more. Meena cupped it with both her hands and ran. She had been waiting to do this, barely sleeping through the night. She watched as Baba woke up and slipped out, leaving the house. Baba would return with his catch tomorrow. Now Ai would leave. Ai went to the wharf every morning. She waited as Ai quietly boiled the rice and ground the chutney. She slipped out 30 heartbeats after Ai left for the wharf. She hopped over the nalla and puffed up hill. She dared not be stopped. She dared not fall. So she ran carefully and as fast as she could. Should she put it in her pocket? No, not yet. She ran past the fort. She wanted to stop by to say hello to the sun. She usually went there to see the other parts of the city that she had not visited, to see the bridge that flew over the water. I told her that the bridge was as broad as the whole village and at the end of it they took money to enter the city. Her cousins went that way to study. She would go that way to Ai when Ai would go to meet her childhood friend. Tai was sitting out, Datun in hand, cell phone in the other, staring. She didn't say a word when Meena ran past her. Good. Chumki was busy as ever, hunting invisible food with great importance. She could smell the cooking. Her mouth watered. Usha Tai had opened her kitchen door. Whoever returned with her catch would stop by for hot sweet tea and vada poha. Meena! Usha Tai shouted as she whisked past. Not today, not today, not today. The temple bells tolled. Out of habit, she made the sign of the cross while darting by it. Mary Tai told her it was lucky. She had to be lucky today, almost reminding her something tickled her palm. She fled. There! It was time to do it. She steps down carefully on the garbage. The water splished quietly. Meena opened her palms. So this is the map of how Meena traveled a whole day today. So one side if you see it's Bandra Worli ceiling, the other side it's the Prabhavati road which is in yellow, and the whole of blue is the water, and the land is the white where it says Meena's house and then the temple, fish market, and finally she'll reach that old jetty. The story ends with this page. So now you know what Meena was having it in her hand. What was that tickling her inside her hand? Where did she run to? What for she ran? This is a note by the author. Author wants you to think and explore some of it. So the olive ridley sea turtle are the second smallest and most abundant of all the sea turtles found in the world. This species of sea turtle is not to be found on the shore of Worli. How do you think Meena found one? Did she do the right thing in returning the baby turtle back to the sea? What would you have done? A few questions for you to explore. Yes, so that was about Meena and her, what she did the whole day. What species did she found, and what did she do with that? So the whole book, if you notice, each picture, each page, it is a mix of the urban life and the village life together. So it's a very beautiful book, a beautiful picture book written by Vinita and illustrated by Kripa. Both have done a great job in bringing out this book. Okay, thank you. The Kolis are a fishing community and one of the original inhabitants of the island city of Mumbai. The people who lived here have lived here for generations. Most of them have their fathers and grandfathers and their grandfathers who were fisher folks. Some of them live here but do not fish anymore. Fishermen who take their boats out usually stay for a day before they return. They often have to go deep into the ocean and wait until their nets are loaded and heaved back into the boat. Often jellyfish and snakes come into their nets and these are returned to the sea. In small fishing communities, fishermen meet boats at a wharf. A wharf is a man-made structure on a river or sea which provides an area for boats of all sizes to safely dock. Mumbai has many wharfs and piers which were called bandar. Bandar is a Persian word named often according to what was loaded or unloaded there. Bori bandar, Lakdi bandar, etc. Mumbai is a port. A port is generally a description of a place on the coast which has facilities for boats or ships to load and unload cargo. Because in ancient times, trade and war happened through the sea, the villages or towns attached to the port always grew to become powerful cities and capitals for the rulers. A dock, on the other hand, is for mooring ships for cargo or sometimes for passenger exchange or sometimes repair. There are wet docks and dry docks. There is another similar term to wharf and port. It is a quay. A quay is technically a part of the riverbank or coastline which has been modified so ships can dock parallel to the shore. Kolis have left their stamp on the city, whether Mumbai denizens know it or not. Researchers believe that their Koli became today's Kolaba, their Palwa Bundar became today's Apollo Bundar, and their goddess Mumba Devi inspired today's Mumbai. At home, a Koli staple diet is fish and rice. Many still cook on wood and on stoves. At weddings, a Koli tat will always contain their prized seafood with rice and chawlachi roti. The Kolis of Mumbai do not use as much coconut in their food as do the Malwani or Gomanta. Even today, In many pockets of Mumbai, especially in Gotans and Koliwadas, life is very much like living in a village. While there are many aspects of modern life that have been adapted, in many ways the old is retained as fiercely as before. A machi market or fish market is usually located near the entrance of the Koliwada locality or the nearest bus stand or main road. If the catch is too small, then it is taken home for cooking. The same happens if all that they catch is not sold. It is either eaten or dried. Mumbai is famous for its dried prawns and its dried Bombay duck. The Worli fishing village is unique from other fishing villages in Mumbai and perhaps other cities as well, as central to its space is the old Worli fort built by the British during the 17th century as a watchtower for pirates. It was also meant to overlook the important island of Mahim and Bandra. Still well maintained, it has platforms for cannons. The local boys have tucked in a gym here and see to the upkeep of the fort.